Okay, I have the right screws here and have everything tapped, and I have a 5/16 piece of 5/16 drill blank here. I clamped it in this one, and I did mark them all. I scratched lines in underneath here so I know what goes where. And this is number 2 right here, and I'm going to scratch the same thing right here. All I'm going to do is just make a couple scratch marks for number 2. And then this is number 1 over here. And that way I know where they go. And what we'll do is I'll put this one, loosely put this one together, this side. If I can hold on to it and this at the same time. Oop. I don't want it tight, I just want it not until I get the alignment done. And what's going on here is the 5/16 dowel or drill blank is getting pinched into the half diameter by the cap. Okay, so we'll do the same thing on the other side. Let's slide it into place. And I'm going to just loosely attach that one. This is just to align them up before line boring through them. And I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do that yet. I might just take, I don't know if I can use a boring end mill. An undersized 5/16 end mill to go through there, or not 5/16, that'd be 437. An undersized 437, and then ream it up to size, line ream it. Alright, so that's loosely clamped, so I can still wiggle it around just a little bit. And I did the same thing with the caps. I put a line in underneath here to mark it, and a line right there to mark it, so that I know that the cap goes on this way right here. It tells me where it goes and which way it goes, you know, I can, so that I don't flip it 180. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to snug the caps up first. You know, snug them up first. And that'll align everything, theoretically. I don't know why it wouldn't, unless the pin was bent. Okay, so now that's lined up somewhat. And I'm going to tighten these up. And I did make an allowance for the dowels to put in there, but I'm not sure if I really need to. I don't think I do. Because once I get it line bored and reamed, all I need to do is put 437 diameter in there to line it up, or the crank to line it up, and then tighten it up. So that one, so that one's lined up. So now I can take this, loosen this up, loosen the cap back up on both sides. And should just come right out of there. Raise that up, raise this up, raise this up. It's loose in there, but it doesn't want to slide out. There we go. Slide out of there. All right, now we'll tighten this up. Okay, we'll tighten them up. All right, this one is ready to be clamped up, and I'm wondering, I should have probably left that in there and went to the mill, and well, it's not going to matter if everything is square to that. It'll be fine to the square to the side. Matter of fact, these are they're parallel, so I can just set it on a parallel and come in here and clamp with a couple blocks, clamp it up tight, and then bore. I can actually come over my dimension now, and it should be in the right spot. Come from here over, and then there up. I can get that dimension off of my CAD model anyway. This is just a 3D PDF right here, and I've gotten it further than this now. I've got it just about complete, the model. I have the crank, the piston, the rod, and everything else. So this was done. I did this 3D PDF back when I first started modeling it out. So anyway, I think it's going to look pretty cool, pretty nice. Once that gets put on there, I think it's going to look nice. Yeah, the cam, I believe the cam fits right there. So, but yeah, I'm going to set it up in the vise. Let's go over to the mill and see how we can set that up. See how well it fit in the vise here. So I should be able to just drop it down in there. Should be able to just drop it in there and just catch the back side so that I can go right straight through. That could almost just clamp it like that, but I don't want to be pushing on the journal at all. I'm going to get a couple blocks made for so when it's clamped it pushes in here. I'll have a block here and a block over here running alongside, catch this edge. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to whittle out a couple blocks and get it set up here. And once I get it all set up, I will be back, and we'll more than likely I'll take a undersized half-inch. I don't know if I have an undersized that's that far under. Let's see what this one is. I could quick sharpen one, I guess. I got a 480. I could quick sharpen one and make it what I want. I didn't really want to dig out my. I have my sharpening table and basically machines set away, so it. Well, this one here is 390, so I could start with that, and that'll go all the way through. These are boring end mills. They're tapered from the face down, so they're smaller up here than they are up out on the face, so they don't rub. And you sharpen them, you just sharpen the end, and that's it. It's boring end mills. Let's see what else I got. Ah, here's a 400. I don't know if that'll make it though. Nope, not long enough. 400 would have been, yeah, that's still, I would have had to double ream it if I had. I'm glad I looked at the drawing one more time. But we're going to have to go with the boring head anyway. But I am going to open it up to a 1/2 inch. I'm going to run a 1/2 inch end mill through there to open it up. And then we'll put the boring head in. We'll probably have to drop the knee. And take the last 62 thou out. Hopefully that'll work. I don't know if I even have a, well yeah, I must have a 9/16 reamer. I don't have anything in between, I don't think. So that would, there's no way I'd be able to run that through. Okay, now I'll get a 3/4 inch collet in there and see if I can get, if I can get that boring head in there without having to drop the knee. We'll see here in a second. So close. Okay, so it won't go that way. How about if I put the shaft in? Go right away. Can I get it there? Oh, that's worse. So I am going to have to drop the knee. Oh well. Like I say, it's not really the location of that. As long as they're in line with each other, that's the most critical thing. As far as size-wise and location, doesn't really matter. 100, 200, 300. And to go about 300 thousandths down. I don't know what you're looking at because I just moved the camera. So we'll take a look here as I get the tool in. Yeah, you're not looking at anything. Okay. So, now we're going to run in high speed, but we're not going to run at the RPM that I'm at. I'm going to drop it down one. Which would be what is that? 1, 2, 3, about 850. We're going to run at about 850 RPM. And feed per revolution, I am going to set at, it's set at 2. I'm going to be cautious and set that at 1. Be really slow. Set my stop. And back that off. I'm going high. And back the boring head off. 13 5 minutes. That's been just bar, and I'm at 5 8. So let's see. Let's see. 5 and 15, 20. And then let's see. Four or five cutting edges out of it if you're careful, and don't take too much, just enough to get rid of the chipped off part. I usually go from the underside and just move that cutting edge up just a little bit. It's better than I got to get the other. It's better than buying another chip every time you chip one. Because those, some of those can be pretty expensive. Some of them can be like in the range of, you know, $10 to $20, depending on the size of your insert. All right, what do we got? We've got. Oh, I must have been misreading my mic because I'm registering 510. Didn't I say that's what it was the last time? And I had cranked it up 30. $510 or $5.8, I thought I. That's 510. All right. 5, 10, 15, 20. So that should be 35 or 30. That's not how I'm going to do it. All right, should be 30. Should be 5:30 now. And it's actually 5:32. At 5:32, so I'll go another 20. I'm sneaking up on it. All right, 5, 10, 15, 20. Yep, I'm on the mark. It's hard to read those marks on that thing. Okay. Sneaking up on it.